This is The Extra Point, an Arizona's Family Originals podcast, sponsored by your Phoenix Suns.
Here we go. He's just going to air it out deep downfield, and no white shirts around. Caught for a touchdown. Jaelen Strong makes the catch for the touchdown, and the Sun Devils have won the game.
All right, one of the great sports moments in Arizona history. I've been here since 2006, and when Arizona State beat USC at the Rose Bowl and Jaelen Strong's catch, the Jail Mary, as they were calling it at the time, it was one of those where you just jumped out of your seat. And I kind of wanted to go back to that moment because it was such a spectacular moment in Arizona sports history. Jaelen Strong, of course, you've seen him on our television program. You've seen him on post-game shows. And now Coach Strong is in studio. The next chapter continues. So first of all, thanks for making the trip down here. And when you still hear Tim Healy and Van Raphorst go crazy here, it sounds like their booth is being attacked by bears. What goes through your mind?
Just love and appreciation. The reason why I'm still here, it's a lot of young athletes taking Arizona by storm, and it just puts me back in the sense of playing again. I get excited, I get all the feels, all the butterflies. I do everything but actually go out there and play, and that's okay because I get to save my body too then.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had a heck of an NFL career. I know you had some knee problems at the end and went to Houston and what was it, to Cleveland as well, and you did some TV with Jack. Yep. That's right. So, so how many years have you been out now, and do you still get the itch to play at all, or is your coach Strong now? So does that satisfy that itch?
Well, yeah, it's been 3 years. So 2021 was like my last time I was trying to get back in, but I still have an itch. But coaching now, these guys, they help me fulfill that itch. I get to go out there and run around a bit with them, and it brings me back. It's what I really love to do, and it's my passion. So being able to do it and then coach some younger guys up, some amazing young guys, smart, intellectual, and very, very, leaders of themselves, just makes me feel like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
All right, so take me on a journey here. So done with the NFL, doing a little TV for us, and now you were coaching. So to tell us how you got to this current stop and kind of what the goals are for the team this year, how the team's doing.
Okay, so when I got done, I was still trying to find my way. I started training some guys in the league and then some guys college. Wasn't really thinking about making it a thing, like making money from it or whatever, but then guys really started to need me, need my knowledge, need my help. So I
We'll keep going.
Yeah, so you need my help. So I thought, to do it. Coaching never crossed my mind. I always thought about the politics and then the egos and coaching. It's tough to deal with that. So I decided, to just start training and training. The more I train, the more kids you get. The more kids you get, you're like, nah, I can't. I need y'all all the time, And then when you get to that point, you're like, okay, I want to coach. So I dabbled in the sevens a little bit and stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, sevens is just not real football. These kids don't understand. It's just not real football. So I tried my thing with a few high schools. Didn't work out for whatever reason, but I got an opportunity to coach at AZ Campus Prep, and it's probably the best thing that's happened for me in recent years, aside from having my daughter. And the reason is every day I just, feel more and more purposeful about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. It's not a dollar amount that could exchange the feeling I get when I'm out there coaching them up. So it's just something I really, really love doing. I've spent my whole life dreaming about playing in the NFL. It didn't bring me this feeling, So,
wow.
Yeah, so it's really something I wake up and I'm trying to figure it out.
So you're like there at 4 o'clock in the morning, open
about
things.
7 in the morning.
And how late are you there every night?
See, we still going right now. It's just this what I love to do, and the young men need me. They don't get to see real, like the real. You know what I mean? They don't get to see that every day. Especially with the social media.
Right.
First thing they see is fake. It's like this stuff isn't real. So I try to give them the real, the real energy, the real life lessons off the field that go together on the field as well, so they can understand.
All right, so tell me how the team's doing this year, and tell me what big games you have coming up here.
We're 1-0 right now. We like to go 1-0 every week.
There we go. Oh, you're starting to sound like a coach. Did you ever say that? back in the day.
Probably just talked about championship. But we're trying to go 1-0 every week. We're not looking past any team. We got Skyline Prep this weekend. We've never beat them before.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
So it's
where's that game at? Where can people watch?
They got to come to AZ Campus.
Yeah.
North 2020 Arizona Avenue. Come pull up and watch us. You know, they're going to be flying around out there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great environment, too.
Then you play most games on Thursday, or how does that work?
All of our games except, I think, one are on Thursdays. We play one that last game, I believe, is on Friday. But all of our games are on Thursdays. So there's no excuse for people not to come out.
Well, and you Compass Prep, that's kind of the basketball model that's been a big thing here in Arizona for the last 10 years or so. Is that becoming more and more of a thing in football? How old is it, and where do you see kind of the trajectory of that going?
So they had a program for years now, but it's been 8-man. So now we're finally trying to turn the 8-man thing into the 11-man thing and go from there. But right now, you know, we're just focusing on what, you know, we're blessed with right now and taking it one day at a time. But we are going to be something big. We're trying to get, you know, the IMG to stop coming over here and stealing on our guys. So, you know, we're going to do it the right way, you know, however we got to do it, lay the foundation first, and then we go one foot in front of the other. We're not going to rush anything. We're going to make sure our kids are treated the right way. The kids that we have now are treated the right way and are happy, and we go from there.
Do you find yourself texting Burko at all, or anybody? You know, hey, what you know, concept-wise, will this work? Who else do you lean on from all your time?
I try to text TK sometimes.
Yeah.
TK, but even then, it's a competitive game because now they coaches too. They like, I don't know, should I give you all my sauce? You know, it's like
you don't have Todd Graham out there dialing up the defense from time to time.
I mean, I talk to Todd Graham a lot actually. I talked to Coach Norvell today.
Yeah,
I talk to him all the time.
How's he doing? I'm a little worried about him.
No, he's doing great.
Yeah,
he's been here before. He's been in this situation before. You know, this is nothing to him because we could look up in 3 months and they could be 9-2.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then everybody be, you know how it goes though. But he's fine. He's in great spirits. He knows they're correcting things they need to correct, and it's only going to happen in house. You know, people on the outside will never see what the corrections are, but until they start winning games, then everyone's going to buy in again.
If we had this playoff system back when you were injured against Oregon State, you think you guys get it and make some noise?
Oh, this one, yeah. The one that we had back then, they only took 4, and we was like 5, right?
Right. Oh. It's painful. As much as I enjoy that memory of the Hail Mary, it's painful that didn't materialize later.
All right. Yeah, it's
but
all good.
Everything happens for a reason, and then you have a lot of things you can teach your young man here, who we're going to hear from in a second. Real quick, Sun Devils, you saw them in the opening week. What do you think of your Sun Devils after week 1?
I think they got a lot to cheer about, a lot to be happy about, a lot to be excited about. Coach Kenny Dillingham is doing everything he said he would since day 1. So I think we should be happy. No one should be upset. If you're a Sun Devil fan, there's nothing to be upset about right now. Not even at all. I think no one thought they would go out there and put up 48 points, even against Wyoming.
Right.
But they did, you know, and now they're rolling. They go in, they got a big chance to upset SEC team. So. And
I saw the penalties were way down. Yeah. And that's something that I don't think has been that way around here for a while.
Right.
So, I mean, when you're a coach, how important is, you know, no penalties? How do you work on that? How do you work on the mental toughness? A lot of wind sprints, guys. Yeah.
That's the thing, though. You know, if you got a disciplined team, you're going to win. Right. If you have the least amount of penalties, you're going to win. That's bottom line. You know, least amount of turnovers, you're going to win. So the name of the game is no penalties and don't turn the ball over. Everything else, you guys can in control.
That's boring, or at least was when you were 17 years old. But, yeah, that's what wins football games. Okay, so you have a clinic coming up here, so tell me about this.
Yeah, so in conjunction with the Cardinals and Pro Athletes Direct, I'm doing a clinic on September 22nd or at 10 a.m. And the parents can go on there and buy it. It's just $50 if they want to. I think it might be $25 they want to just go to the experience, $50 if they want to go to the camp and the experience.
Yeah.
Then it's like $100. They want to go to the camp, experience, and the game.
And so that's at the you can go to the Cardinal game.
Yeah, it's at the State Farm Arena. Over there by those 3 fields they got out there. And it's going to be a great event. It's going to be so many fun things to do out there. We got 3 fields. We got a field for the flag boys, field for the flag girls, then we got a field for just football, you know. So we're going to be getting after it, competing, having fun, and then after we're going to go watch the Cardinals beat the Lions.
So there's actual tackle football going on at the game. You can come out and watch that? Is that right?
Yeah, well, so it's not – they're not going to be tackling.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that because they're still in season.
Right.
Fundamentals.
Yeah. I didn't know if there was like a game, but yeah.
It might be. I don't know. Shoot, we might have you come out there and come.
40s. You want to see the tape, man, from 1995 in Texas?
For sure.
I got me missing blocks. I got me missing out routes.
Nah.
All right. Well, so introduce to me your team here because I want to meet these guys and I want to hear about the future of football here. Who do we have coming up here?
Okay, we got 2027 quarterback Cash White.
Here we go. Here you go, Cash. Come on in. Throw that on.
We got 2027 corner receiver Saban Turner.
Here we go, Saban. Right here.
Yep.
Come on in. Sit on down.
And then my guy Dominic Hawkins, 2027 running back. I call him the best running back in the state in 2027.
Like house call Hawkins. Is that good?
Ooh.
Yeah. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, this is what we do on Sundays, man.
Hey.
I just make jokes and he would pretend like they were good. All right, so Coach is going to step out and we're going to have a good football conversation. We're going to talk some ball. Come on in, fellas.
Here you go, Dom.
Here, throw on your headset. Who has the best hair of you three, by the way?
Dom.
Yeah.
Dom does.
Okay, good. And
I got
as you
helmet
get old, as you get older, you start losing some of it. So, just enjoy it now, man. So tell me what it's like. Okay, so as we're sitting here, you're hearing your coach. Have you heard the call before of his catch against Southern California?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that.
Was that one of the first? Like, did you have to Google that, or did you know when you started playing for him that was that guy?
I think I Googled it. though.
I had to Google. Yeah, Google.
Yeah.
How old were y'all when that happened?
I think I saw
No clue. I don't know.
yeah, I don't even know.
I think it was 2013, 2014. What was it, Jaelen? 2014. How old were y'all? Oh, man, that was 10. So y'all like 8, 7?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Wow. So what, 17 now? 16, 17, 18?
15.
15. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me why you decided to play for Coach, why you decided to play for Compass, and how things are going. Let's start with you, Cash.
So I've been training with them before. Then I transferred in because he wanted to give me a better chance, obviously. So I just like how he's building it and can't wait to see what happens in the next couple years with this team and my rest of my teammates.
Very cool. So how'd you start training with him, and how'd you decide to go play for him?
I mean, I started to play for him because he keeps on like he's an NFL player. Like he has all this information. Like, I mean, if I was just to train with him and stuff, like I know I can make it for sure.
Very cool.
Well, I started off. I played at Compass last year as a freshman on the team. The program wasn't as good as it is this year. I'll say it's definitely getting built up. I seen they brought new coaching staff in, new everything, and I just bought in from day one. Ever since I seen they brought like the coaches that had the experience at the next level, so I just bought in. I believe what they got going on.
All right,
I just
so
believe in it.
what's the goals here? I mean, if you say them out loud, I mean, one game at a time, definitely, and get through high school here. But what's the long-term goals here?
Win state this year, obviously,
Yeah.
and try to make a statement in 11-man ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely win state and just make a name for ourselves. Make a name for ourselves in 11 man.
Yeah, how competitive is this league? Like, do you know the guys at the other schools? Because this is relatively new for a lot of us. So, what do we need to know about the league? What's the personality of the league? Smash Mouth?
Yeah,
Is there a lot of good athletes? Like, if you go out there, you're gonna see guys.
They're gonna see a couple.
They're gonna see
athletes.
y'all.
Only a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like probably 2 per game. That's it.
It's definitely a running the ball league.
So you
Yes.
like that? You're a fan.
Yeah.
So how many carries is a perfect amount of carries for you to get per game?
I don't got a number. Just feed me the ball.
Give me the ball. You hear that?
Yeah.
What about for you? What's the most you've thrown the ball? I guess in the one game. Is that your first game?
Yeah, 8-man football first game. We threw 15 times,
Yeah.
but they were a pass-heavy team, so we ran the ball a lot and it worked.
But in this first game, how many times did you throw the football? Did you play in this first game?
Yeah, I threw it 15 to like 18
Oh,
times.
okay, that's the same. So y'all are still doing 8-man right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 8-man's wide open. I still thought it was 11. So 8-man's wide open. How much fun is that?
It's fun.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
the
it's
final
fun.
score? What was the final score of the game?
It This is like
46 to 14.
Wow.
46-14.
How many touchdowns did each of y'all have?
I had 4.
Yeah, he had like all
2
basically.
passing.
2 passing? You?
Yeah.
Did you? How many catches?
I had like 2 catches.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
linemen do y'all have? If it's 8-man, or do y'all any of y'all have to play line at all?
No,
I
Nah.
think
we have 3 linemen
no.
now.
We
Like
have
3 to 4.
You said we gotta play lineman.
No, 8-man football is like maybe the most entertaining thing I've seen. I mean, I kind of want to go out there and I mean, if coach will have me, I kind of want to go try it out.
Well, yeah, come.
Who are the guys you look up to right now in the league? Let's start with you. Who's the quarterback that you study the most?
Brock Purdy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, I'm going to show you this. This is on my Twitter. Save this. I've said save this for the Brock Purdy documentary, and hopefully the Wi-Fi works up here. Okay, so this was his senior year in high school.
So right now, as you play this year, and look to keep playing football years to come.
I mean, it's the thing that's in my head and all, but I mean, right now I'm just trying to focus on a state championship. But you know, my goal is to play Division I football, and you know, I give it to God. I know that He has the best plan for me, so we'll see.
So he did not have an offer
Dang.
into his senior year. I think NAU was on him.
Yeah.
When you see his story, how much does that motivate you?
Just anything can happen. Like, you just got to put your head down and work and hope for the best in the long run.
Yeah, have you had a chance to meet him yet? Have you had a chance to talk to him out here?
No.
What do you admire about his game?
He's just smart with the ball. Like, he doesn't force anything and makes like smart decisions.
Yeah, is that hard to do when you like have him running down the field or him running down the field and you just want to air it out and score 80?
Yeah, I mean, like, you always want to throw the ball deep, but sometimes checking the ball down gets you the stats that you want.
No, for sure. Well, okay, so favorite receiver right now?
My favorite receiver is Tyreek Hill. He always had been.
Really? What do you like about him?
His speed.
Yeah. How fast are you? 40
I'm
time.
pretty fast. My 4 time is I run like a 4.4.
4.4. And how
Yeah.
old are you?
I'm 15.
Oh, 4.4 at 15.
No, like a 4.5 I meant. Not 4.4.
That's still blazing. And then you think about like Trey Benson, who plays for the Cardinals at the Combine. He ran a 4.39 and was upset with that. If you're running that, I think there's a lot of room to go. How does like speed running the 40 translate into speed playing football? Is there a difference?
I mean, not really, because, like, let's say I have a go route, and I'm, like, trying to get past the DB. Cash can, like, just throw a ball and just be a bucket pass, and that's just a touchdown.
Yeah, like Tyreek Hill. What's Tyreek Hill 40 time do? Do we know?
I don't know.
It's really, really fast. What about
yeah,
for you?
it's really fast.
I'd say I know he's a rookie, but I like Marv Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's how good do we think he's going to be?
Oh, he's going to be
Let's
great.
be,
I think he's gonna be a good
Yeah.
asset to the Cardinals for
yeah,
sure.
help Kyler Murray out.
Him and Kyler, yeah.
Yes.
So okay, so what do we think about the Cardinals this year? Y'all all in? Like, are they needing a couple more drafts?
Yeah, I think
Couple more.
they need
Yeah.
a couple more
They
drafts.
need a couple more.
Like, I feel like the depth isn't quite there, but it's close. So like when
not
you
the
Let's get in
receiver
there.
depth. They just
Yeah.
got a Marvin Harrison and some other ones.
Michael Wilson,
Yeah.
Greg Dortch,
Mm-hmm.
he's got that breakaway speed. Are y'all Cardinals fans? Like growing up here, how does it work with, there's a lot of people here who don't necessarily cheer for the local teams. So how does it work? Who do y'all like?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a Bears fan, but I'm from Illinois, so
Yeah.
I just that's just a team I've like represented.
I'm sorry you've had to go. That's been hard. It's been your whole life, man.
It's definitely been hard, yeah.
Hey, it's all right. You got to ride with the team that got you there. What about yourself?
Some of y'all going to get mad, but I'm a Dolphins fan.
Yeah, well, Tyreek Hill.
Bandwagon.
Yeah,
I'm not a bandwagon.
like old school,
No, I mean, I just follow wherever
like Dan
Tyreek Hill
Marino.
goes.
Remember Dan? You ever heard of Dan Marino?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he could sling it, man. What about yourself?
I'm from here, so I root for the Cardinals pretty much every game.
That's awesome. What so as far as your league goes, the goal is to win state here. So, you had your first game. What did you learn about the team, and what do y'all talk about inside the locker room as the quarterback, as a leader here to get better? Going forward.
I learned that like we started off the game very slow. Like we came out the second half, we scored like 2 touchdowns in like 3 minutes, I think. So we just need to bring our energy up from the get-go and just go. We were playing like timid and scared, not tackling, not making the plays we needed to help us just blow them out even more.
Were y'all talking about that in the huddle? Was
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard the first one, right?
Yeah.
So how do you have those kind of conversations with each other? Where you're like, hey, we need to do this, but I don't want to make you think I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm just like mad at us. How do you do that as a leader on your team?
Well, the coaches play a big part, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they were hyping us all up,
Mm-hmm.
and we just fed the energy off
Yep.
on each other.
It's
Yeah.
contagious.
That halftime speech got us right.
Oh, did
Yeah.
it?
We came
Yeah.
out at halftime
We came at halftime just.
Did you have to bleep it
Bullish.
out? Like if we said it, you peel the paint off the walls?
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Mhm. You don't have to bleep it out. Yep.
Was it? It's interesting because you practice football, but you can't replicate playing football, and especially as a quarterback, you drop back to pass. Just how much your mind has to speed up. What is that like going from practicing to, okay, it's go time, we're playing, and I got to get there.
Well, I think it just so this 8-man's different because I'm used to 11-man, so everything's like I gotta slow down. But practice. So if you practice, you gotta practice like you play. That's what the coaches say. So like when people don't go hard in practice, it makes me mad, and then I just get so intense about every situation we have.
Does he? Can y'all feel it? You're
you can see it in his face sometimes.
Yeah, you're like, okay, we gotta make a play here.
Yeah.
So when it's time to make a play, how do you get yourself to that moment where you're like, okay, it's go time. The team needs a play, but not force it. Same thing with a throw. How do you build that mentality? Because that's gonna build, right? As you go on here as an athlete. Where does confidence come from? That's the question.
I'd say just really the work that you put in, like before the game. You've been in that, like you set yourself up for that moment when you're like working out and stuff. You just set yourself up for it. Reps on reps.
Do you practice the mental part of it?
Yeah.
Like, hey, something might not go right. How do I bounce back from it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the 2 minute, like the drills that we do, like 2-minute drill, like marching down the field, stuff like that.
Yeah. What about you? What about yourself? How do you generate confidence?
How I generate confidence, I just imagine the play happening. I just catch the ball and I just score.
Yeah.
I just see it every time.
Like before the game, will you just sit there and imagine that over and over?
Every time.
Do you have like an end zone celebration, or would you get flagged for that in the league?
We would probably get a flag, but like I probably got one.
You did? Has he gotten one? Is it worth it?
No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We're running for that.
Coach?
It's not worth
We're
it.
running for
Oh,
that.
yeah, we're definitely.
How
going
far are you
run.
running for that?
Ladder.
Ladder, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate those.
Oh, they kind of back off as the year goes along because you guys get beat up. What about for you? Confidence. How do you generate confidence?
Starting off small and working your way up.
Yeah.
That's
And
the biggest thing for me.
Do you ever, like with your throws, like how do you get yourself in a rhythm? Is that a real thing, or is it play by play?
I think the rhythm starts by just getting the short, like warming up your receiver's hands by completing short passes.
Yep. Taking what the defense gives us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then eventually the defense gonna bite down and you just got it all over the top and keep on going from there.
Do y'all play defense too?
I do.
They
don't throw the quarterback out there?
Nah.
No.
Not
He's
cash.
just sitting over
not
there.
Coach
Not
Josh.
cash.
Tackle him, guys.
Not cash.
But y'all do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is which more fun, offense or defense?
Offense for me.
Is it really?
Defense for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what? Okay, so why?
I just like scoring touchdowns. Like
What about a pick six?
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Sometimes I can get a pick and go to the other side. I'm scoring like I was off of defense, not offense.
Does it help playing offense? Like you can read the defense?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what the QB's doing every time.
And it helps you when you go back out there. Like, will you come over to him and say, "Hey, did you see what they did there? I was thinking about doing this." Like, how much with 8-man can you kind of, play a little more backyard football because it's a little more wide open?
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
way more wide open and stuff.
Yeah.
Our
You
playbook
have
has
more things to test.
Really? So, how many plays do you put in per game? What's the playbook look like?
I think we just put in 6 or 8 new plays.
Yeah.
How many do we got in the
Yeah.
playbook right now? Like
We got like
50
50
or
50
60.
something, 60 something.
Yeah.
Can that be more difficult in school? Like, what's the most difficult subject in school, and how does it compare to memorizing all the plays?
I'm gonna lie, I can memorize all my plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like what's the most difficult class you have? What's the most difficult challenge you have off the field?
Math for sure.
How does it
I'd
compare?
say science.
It's like
Stacking the multi-level
Yeah.
equations with plays.
alignments, the number, like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there how do you train yourself to know all of that? But also, does it translate over to school? Do you find yourself looking for the same challenges in the classroom? I know math. Yeah.
Not
That's
really.
why I have this job. Who's what about other students? Like what else do you like? What other subjects do you like here? Anybody a reader?
No.
Yeah. Anybody a scientist? What do you got? What's your
I like science.
Yeah, I like science too, but like
That's my favorite.
like sports science?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Like who could run faster and why?
Yeah.
Who would win in a race? Do we know?
me.
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 Has this
He's
been
just saying
verified, Coach?
Coach, you know I'm
Who's
gonna win.
faster?
You know I'm gonna win. See, exactly.
Hey, Dom's more shifty though.
Yeah.
Saban's just he going 1 foot and go.
1 foot and go. Boom.
I'm just gone.
All right. Have you all ever seen the video of the greatest show on turf? So the St. Louis Rams. Remember the Greatest Show on Turf? You ever seen this? You know Kurt Warner? You know his story? Have you seen his story?
I've seen Kurt Warner.
So Kurt Warner's the quarterback. So his crazy story. He's like at Northern Iowa. He's a quarterback. He doesn't get to play till his senior year. He gets cut a couple times. Gets on with the St. Louis Rams, wins the backup job. The starter goes down, and he comes in and he's got this offense with like the 4x100-meter relay team. I mean, they could go look up the Greatest Show on Turf. They were literally, it was like Torrey Holt, it was Oz Hakeem. Who else we got? Isaac Bruce and Ricky Prohl, and they would literally catch the ball and be like talking to each other as they ran down the field. So when you have guys that run this fast, how does it help your job?
It makes it easy because you just throw it out there and you know that they're going to go get it no matter what. And they like jump balls, so you can take chances every once in a while.
Really? Just every once in a while?
Yeah.
Like, okay, when is he open and when is he really open? When will he tell you he's open? And when is he really open?
He likes to, I don't know. He likes saying I'm always open when it goes because he wants the ball.
Right after the play, I'd be talking to him like, Cash, I was literally open.
But he's always open on like the nice short routes. No matter what, he's always open. Like an out route, he's open.
Yeah.
As a receiver, what is it like being coached by a former NFL guy like Coach Strong? Like how does his expertise help you guys? That a normal coach, that my coaches in Texas in the 90s who were smoking cigarettes and yelling at me, the kind of expertise I did not get.
It's really I'm a like a receiver and running back. I can do both. It's like the footwork, everything, the fundamentals, the alignment, just everything. It helps a lot.
So how's that different from how do you get it here at this age that maybe you want to get it? Like, what are some of the little details that help you have more success than you probably wouldn't have if you weren't getting this kind of coaching? Like routes.
I'd say like just like little things like say your alignment, you can get an extra 2 to 3 yards just based off where you're aligned. Like say if you're aligned out far, you can get an extra 2 yards in the inside, like on an inside release, like stuff like that.
Yeah, like a guy wouldn't know was coming because you get like a running start.
Mm-hmm.
As a quarterback, what sort of perspective do you get from an NFL receiver that helps you out?
It helps me see the field, and the receivers also gain like, okay, so if I run that, I know I'm going to be open in this type of coverage. So they do their own little thing, and it helps us with the timing and everything that just makes everything connect better.
How much do you have to be connected as a football team? I mean, like one guy can't win the game, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Right.
we all gotta be connected.
So, did y'all get down in the first game? Was there a time where you're like, okay, we gotta fight together, slow stuff?
I think we're tied maybe at one point. Or no,
Yeah, I'd say that
might have
even
been down 2-2, but
yeah, even like just when the first time they scored, like we went down a little bit, but we definitely picked it up.
Oh yeah, we definitely picked it up right after that.
We knew defense had to step it up after they scored.
How much pride do you take in just laying the foundation here for the team and laying the foundation for the program and what this could become in the next couple of years? I'll start with you.
So I don't know. I'm just excited. Like me being the face, like you just know you have to do something to help us, like help them grow and get new people in because we don't got enough depth yet for 11-man. So we just need recruits and that's about it.
Yeah, for you, Saban?
I mean, I feel like it's a lot because, like, in a couple years from now, it's going to be, like, a big program, and your face is going to be on it, and, like, that. I just feel like that's a lot of pressure and stuff.
Like what Cash said, like Cash and Saban said, I'm definitely super, super excited about it. Just to basically have your face on, like, a program that you know is going to eventually grow and to become a big thing. It's exciting.
Are y'all hearing from guys out of state? Like, is this sort of growing like that, like a IMG, or do you mean with Instagram you can kind of be?
Our head coach is.
Yeah. But the guys hit y'all up and say, hey, what are y'all doing out there in the desert, man? I hear something's growing.
Some of my friends from these AIA schools are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how much do you think it could grow? How's that work? Like, do you think it could grow more in the next year? Like, you could be 11-man, or how does it? Would you hope that it would be, or is 8-man more fun?
No, I hope it can grow to 11. I definitely think it will within the next year or two.
Really?
Even.
They're that. Wait, you will be in 11-man in 25?
For sure.
Very cool. So what? When you look at how you get ready to play 11-man, does 8-man? Do you feel like that? Like Kurt Warner, we're talking about him. He played in the Arena League, and he learned how to play wide open style. Do you think it helps you play at 8-man to be able to play 11-man maybe next year?
I don't know, because it'd be different. Because went 11-man last year, freshman year, obviously, then 8-man back to 11-man. But the timing's gonna be different for everything. So we just gotta get caught up on timing and more plays. Obviously, it's gonna be more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
How much have you seen Arizona football grow just since you were a kid? Let's start here and go around the table.
A lot. Like I think 8th grade year, it was not that big, and 7th grade year, it was not as big as it is right now. Like we're getting up there more and more each day.
Yeah. For you?
I mean, I don't really know. I just moved here last year.
Yeah. Where'd you move from?
I moved from Alaska.
Alaska. Wow.
Yeah.
So this heat, man. Like, what's the summer workout like in Alaska?
I mean, it doesn't even get hot for real though.
Really?
It's like just stay cold.
Well,
it's always cold.
So is it better to play football here? Do you get in better shape, or like what's the?
It's too hot here.
It toughens you up. All right, for you.
Yeah.
How much have you seen Arizona football grow?
I seen it grow a lot. I haven't even like I moved out here about 2 years ago, and even then, like it still wasn't really as like growing as much as it is right now. It's definitely on the come up for sure.
Very cool. And leave me with this. So what's it like playing for Coach here? Does he have any, like every good coach, I feel like everybody can imitate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does he say something like what's what Coach Strong? What makes him Coach Strong?
One thing, 100% ball security.
100% balls.
So if you're like walking around with the ball, will he slap it out of your hand?
Yes, he'll do something like that.
Whenever we're running, he'll just try to throw it at our faces just to make sure that we're here.
And hold on to it. And as his quarterback?
Or he'll messes with the D line. Like he'll just grab the ball and be like, watch the ball, and they still jump.
Mm-hmm.
Always jumping.
You got to have
Always
discipline.
jumping.
100% ball security is Todd Graham, right? You say did you say character? Character? There we go. All right, we got some tape over here of Coach Strong and all the ASU folks. You can go back and look at because that's awesome how it gets passed down. Well, hey, this has been great. Good luck to you guys. Really fun getting to know you guys. Good luck this Thursday, and we'll get you. How about we get you on the extra point at some point this season and do a little breakdown on Thursday night?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Awesome.